Shalom, shalom. Rakate Hawaba Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodash, and double honors unto the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers at the great millstone. Salutations to elect, Ba'ashem, Kodash, this is Brother Rai Ba'ashem here to share another lesson. And this is just a warning to brothers to be mindful of the times that we are living in. This lesson predominantly about the woman. But we all know that, the woman is the weaker vessel, and she has drunk, or the majority of them has drunk the wine of Babylon, right? Her philosophies, they have accepted that adultery is okay, right? And they don't bat an eye at it. But us as believers, us as men, right, we bear the responsibility as Adam was, right? Even though Eve was in the transgression and she sinned, right? Through how we all die, right? Adam was responsible as well, being the man. So us men, we have a responsibility regardless of how the woman act, right? That we make sure that we are not sinning against Yabashim Yahushai, especially when dealing with the woman, right? So per the Fox News, it says the National Guardsman pleads guilty to fatal shooting of soldier he found in bed with his ex-girlfriend, right? And there is no such a thing, right? When a woman marries or she joins onto a man through sex, that's a husband, especially her first husband, the man that lay with her the first time, that's her husband. But in this society, they deem it okay to leave that man and then seek a so-called greener pasture with another individual, and when that don't work out, go to another individual, so on and so forth, right? And that is sin. Alright, so I'm gonna read this article, share a few scriptures, and close it out. Lord willing, the warning or exhortation be understood and edified, cause you to consider Yabashim Yahushai, his ways, his laws, commandments, to fear him, alright, so that we all may be upright and worthy individuals to receive his mercies in these dire times, especially during the hour of temptation and the persecutions to come, right? So it says, a former U.S. Army National Guard soldier pleaded guilty to shooting and killing the Army soldier after he found the man in bed with his ex-girlfriend and mother of his child. Alright. It says, Natravian R. Landry, 27, pleaded guilty June 11 to... I don't know how come calls still get in and I have do not disturb on it. Alright, it says he pleaded guilty on June 11 to second-degree murder and use of firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence in the killing of U.S. Army Sergeant Andrew S. Stewart, Jr. at what was then Fort Eisenhower, now Fort Gordon, in Augusta, Georgia. Landry faces a minimum of 10 years and up to life in federal prison, according to federal prosecution. Right, so this goes into what happened. It says the shooting happened on the morning of December 14, 2024, at an apartment complex on the military base. According to a probable cause arrest affidavit, Landry was at drill duty earlier that morning, and was on a break when he went to the woman's home. So he went to the child's mother home. A witness told authorities that Landry noticed a black truck parked in front of the apartment and asked who owned the vehicle. Suspecting another man was at the residence, Landry barged inside the apartment and upstairs to a bedroom where he found Stewart, who was dating the woman at the time, according to federal prosecutors. The woman said they were sleeping when she heard a commotion. Two children were also present at the time of the incident. Laundrie, who was aware Student was unarmed, shot him once in the chest. Stewart was later pronounced dead. After the shooting, Laundrie fled the residence and the military base, but he was later arrested during a traffic stop on Interstate 85 by the Marietta County Sheriff's Office. Right? King David was a praying man, man. And you brothers, when dealing with a woman, she is always gonna seek to bring mischief, small or minor, and major, into your life, man, to test you. You understand? Just know that any woman that they're dealing with pretty much in the society, they have somebody that they're sleeping with. Right? It almost doesn't exist a woman who she just goes to work, goes through the grocery, buy her goods, go to laundry, do her laundry, and come straight home and stay in the house, man. These women, they have men that they are sleeping with. Either they going over to the man's house, or the man coming over to their house to service them, you know what I mean, to service their needs, so to speak. Right? You have to understand these times, right? Except for the elect ladies and the women who have repented or who have not done these things and are still virgin these last days. So when you meet these women, right, especially if they were married before, they have a child by another man, right, 9 times out of 10 they're sleeping with the ex or they have somebody new. So you have to keep this in mind. So when you dealing with a woman, especially a new woman, ask you about Shemi Awashai, right, to keep you from sin. As King David, he prayed, he was a praying man, right? He spoke to Yahweh Shem Yahushua a lot. So you need to pray and ask Yahweh Shem Yahushua to keep you from sinning, because adultery is a sin unto blood, right? Which Yahweh Shem Yahushua hates, right? So ask the Most High, is this woman for you? You know what I mean? Does she have anybody else? And the Most High is going to show you ways and means to answer your question. You understand? And it's up to you to walk away, right? Which is the right thing to do. Alright? So I'm going to read Psalm 19 and 13, and it says, keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sin, deliberate sin, right? And let them not have dominion over me, right? Rule or control over you. So I can grab some water. Yeah. So keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sin. Let them not have dominion over me, right? Rule or control. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent, right, from the great transgression. And these are the prayers and these are the things, we need to ask you about Shem Yahushai from. You understand? I could have go into the woman in this lesson, but us as men, we have responsibilities. You understand? When dealing with the woman, she gonna do what she gonna do, regardless. You know what I mean? Whether a right or a wrong, she gonna do it, and she will do something that is wrong, that is comforting to her, and it is as nothing. All right? They'll commit adultery, and then continue their day and sleep peacefully at night. Continue on, it says he threw the gun out of the window, but it was later found by deputies. Testing proved that the recovered handgun was used in the shooting. Landry later admitted to the shooting in a Mirandized interview. Mirandized interview. Let me look that up. Um, what is Mirandized Mirandized interview is a police interrogation where a suspect in custody is read their constitutional rights, the Miranda warning, and formally agrees to answer questions. The warning ensures suspects understand they have the right to remain silent and to have an attorney present before or during questioning. The woman told investigators that Landry was jealous of Stewart. Stewart's sister wrote shortly after the incident that her brother was viciously murdered. She said he left behind a 5-year-old son who was one of the children in the apartment at the time of the shooting. Oh, okay. So one child was his and one child was hers. Since they were dating. Alright, and that brings us to the end of the article. Share one more scripture and close it out. This is in the book of Proverbs, the 30th chapter. And the 20th verse. It says, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness." Let's go into that word eateth. And Strong's H398, and it says to devour. Alright? To devour or slay of the sword. So the man that you are seeing, current man, was slain by the sword, the modern sword, the gun, by the ex-man whom she had a child with. Alright, let's see what other meaning it has. To be wasted, destroyed of flesh. So that man's flesh was destroyed, it was consumed, he was put down, he's dead. Alright. So these women, or dealing with them, they lead men to their death, man. So you gotta have your mental scruples about you when dealing with them. Especially if you have children with a woman but you're no longer with her. Alright, you're supposed to use wisdom, because these women, they don't stay by themselves, man. They always have some type of man coming and going. Alright, in their lives. And like it says in Proverbs 30 and 20, you know, she said, I have done no wickedness, man. So it has nothing to them. I've seen videos of brothers, or men, not brothers, but men on the YouTube and such, arguing with women about their misdeeds. It's like arguing with a dog, you know what I'm saying? You saying all this stuff, you ain't understand, you know, a word you're saying, you understand? So your argument, all they're doing is raising your blood pressure and stressing you out. Because with that wicked woman is your words are in one ear and out the other. You understand? So it's a complete and utter waste of time arguing with these people, and wasting your time with them. And this is why, there's a saying, prevention is better than cure. Before and during, And even after, dealing with a woman, ask Yabashim Yashai for wisdom with how to deal with them and how to react uprightly to the mischief and chaos that they're going to bring into your life. And they will bring mischief and chaos at some point. It may not be always in the beginning, but at some point they're going to bring nonsense in your life to shake your peace. You understand? And you don't want to do anything to land you in a court, right, or in a prison, or in handcuffs by an officer. All right. So yeah. So take heed, man. Beware of these women. Pray and ask Yahweh Shai how to deal with them, and just to put him first. When you put Yahweh Shai first, he's gonna show you all these things. Everything that you pray for, he is gonna show you either in dreams, or he's just gonna reveal them in various ways, man. Alright. So continue to pray, continue to repent, and ask Yahweh Shai for a spirit of discernment. So yeah, because you don't want to end up in trouble. So that's it. I ain't gonna keep rambling on and on anymore. So this is your brother Raya Yami. I just wanted to share a quick lesson. Shalom unto you all. Akiyam and Shalom to you, Akwat. Repent. Shalom.